In the vast hierarchy of Marvel power, only a handful of names exist beyond gods, beyond fate, and beyond reality itself. Among them stand two legendary forms that fans continue to debate to this day: Rune King Thor and God Emperor Doom. These are not ordinary upgrades or temporary power boosts. They are endgame evolutions, achieved through sacrifice, knowledge, and absolute dominance over existence itself. Rune King Thor represents enlightenment, a god who stepped outside the endless cycle of destiny. God Emperor Doom represents control, a man who seized the power of creation and bent the multiverse to his will. When these two concepts collide, the question is no longer about strength alone. It becomes a battle between understanding reality and owning reality. To determine who is truly stronger, we must first understand what these beings truly are. Rune King Thor and the End of Fate. Rune King Thor is not simply Thor with more power. He is Thor after awakening. After witnessing the endless cycle of Ragnarök, Thor realized that Asgard and its gods were trapped in an eternal loop, manipulated by higher forces that fed on their destruction. To escape this prison of destiny, Thor chose the path of ultimate sacrifice. He gave up his eyes, just as Odin once did, and hung himself upon the world tree, Yggdrasil, in pursuit of forbidden knowledge. Through this act, Thor gained mastery over the ancient runes, symbols that govern existence itself. In that moment, he transcended Odin, the Odin Force, and even the concept of fate. As Rune King Thor, he could see the truth behind reality. He understood not just how events happened, but why they happened. He shattered the loom of fate, permanently ending Ragnarök, something no god had ever accomplished. He defeated the beings who sat above the gods, entities that even Odin feared. Rune King Thor does not rely on raw physical power alone. His strength comes from awareness, cosmic insight, and freedom from destiny. He cannot be manipulated by prophecy, time loops, or divine cycles. In terms of enlightenment and resistance to fate, Rune King Thor exists on a level that very few Marvel characters have ever reached. God Emperor Doom and absolute power. God Emperor Doom is not the result of enlightenment. He is the result of conquest. When the multiverse began collapsing during the final incursions, Doom saw what no one else did: that survival required control, not hope. Through manipulation, preparation, and ruthless intelligence, Doom stole the power of the Beyonders, beings responsible for the destruction of the multiverse itself. This power was not symbolic. It was functional omnipotence. With it, Doom rebuilt reality from the fragments of dead universes and created Battleworld, a single planet composed of countless broken realities, all ruled by him. As God Emperor Doom, he controlled space, time, matter, life, and death across the multiverse. Cosmic entities bowed before him. Gods served him. Even characters wielding legendary artifacts stood no chance. Doom was no longer reacting to reality. Reality was reacting to Doom. However, despite this godhood, Doom remained Doom. He ruled through fear, control, and ego. His power was absolute, but not infinite. It required focus, maintenance, and belief in his own superiority. God Emperor Doom was not merely powerful. He was the strongest thing in existence at that time. Power versus awareness, the true comparison. Comparing Rune King Thor and God Emperor Doom is not as simple as measuring energy output, destructive feats, or raw attack strength. This comparison exists on a much deeper level, where the very definition of power changes. Rune King Thor operates above fate, above destiny, and beyond the divine cycles that bind gods and cosmic beings alike. He understands the structure of reality from within, seeing the hidden mechanisms that govern cause, effect, and repetition. Because of this awareness, he can remove himself from the rules entirely, stepping outside the system that controls gods, timelines, and prophecies. God Emperor Doom, on the other hand, does not seek freedom from the rules. He seeks ownership of them. Doom operates above the multiverse itself, commanding existence from the outside rather than understanding it from within. He does not escape the laws of reality. He replaces them with his own will. Where Rune King Thor ends gods and erases concepts tied to fate and destiny, God Emperor Doom erases entire universes, timelines, and cosmic structures with a single thought. His power is not philosophical. It is absolute. If Rune King Thor represents a god who cannot be controlled, God Emperor Doom represents a ruler who controls everything else. Thor's greatest weapon is knowledge, clarity, and liberation from cosmic manipulation. Doom's greatest weapon is authority, enforcement, and domination. In a neutral scenario, Rune King Thor would resist manipulation, destiny-based attacks, time loops, divine hierarchies, and prophetic outcomes. He cannot be tricked by fate, nor can he be forced into a pre-written conclusion. However, God Emperor Doom does not rely on fate, prophecy, or destiny at all. His power is not conditional. It is direct, multiversal, and overwhelming. He does not wait for outcomes. He decides them. Awareness, no matter how profound, cannot counter omnipotent level control when that control extends across all layers of existence simultaneously. Rune King Thor understands reality. God Emperor Doom commands it. Final result: who is stronger and who wins? In a direct, no-limits confrontation, with both characters operating at their absolute peak, the final result becomes clear when scale is taken into account. Rune King Thor is one of the most powerful god-tier beings Marvel has ever created, a figure who shattered destiny itself and freed existence from endless cycles of destruction. But God Emperor Doom exists on a higher narrative and cosmic scale altogether. Rune King Thor transcends gods. God Emperor Doom transcends reality itself. Thor can destroy destiny, erase divine systems, and end cosmic manipulations. Doom can rewrite existence, reshape the multiverse, and redefine what reality even means. Unless God Emperor Doom is weakened, distracted, or stripped of the Beyonder's power, Rune King Thor cannot overpower him in a direct confrontation. Knowledge alone cannot defeat total authority over space, time, matter, and existence. The final verdict is simple, definitive, and unavoidable. Rune King Thor represents god-tier enlightenment, freedom, and cosmic awareness. God Emperor Doom represents multiversal domination, absolute control, and enforced order. In terms of raw power, authority, reach, and dominance, God Emperor Doom is stronger and would win. This is not a battle of worthiness, morality, or heroism. It is the difference between understanding reality and owning it. And in that war, the throne belongs to Doom. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.